y'all, it's Sarah and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So what I'm doing today is a holiday book gift guide. I am not someone that thinks that every person in the world needs to go and spend all their money on books. I am not someone who thinks that you need to spend all your money on gifts. I'm a library lover. I am a scientist. I understand the impact of books on our environment. I understand the impacts of Kindles and e-readers on our environment. But if you are someone that is looking to get a book for the holidays for a friend or for their birthday or even just as a random act of kindness, hopefully I can share with you a few books today that I think are meaningful and that I think would have a good impact on the person that you give it to. Hopefully you find something on this list that sparks some interest for you. Alright, so if you are like me and you love gifting books, whether it's for the holidays or birthdays or just in general, I've got quite a few choices for you guys today of things that I think make a meaningful impact on people's lives, would be a great thing that they would love to receive and cherish and be something that they don't just want to toss. I think a lot of times gifts that we give can often be throwaways. We want to just fill a stocking, if you will. And that has a big impact on our environment. It has a big impact on sustainability, and I don't think that we should just be buying things to throw away. As someone who really cherishes books, I value them. I value what authors bring. I value what the cover artists bring, what everyone has put into creating a book, and I think they are excellent gifts. The first two that I'll share with you guys are adult reads. I think these would be great books for any adult in your life that loves to read, specifically ones who like more literary fiction, and that is Circe, as well as The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. The first one here is Circe. This is a fantastic blend of historical fiction and fantasy. It is a retelling of Circe, and it is from a feminist perspective. Circe is powerful, she is strong, she is the coolest witch around. Some would say she is one of the first witches, and this story is beautiful. It is a long journey. I've talked about it here on my channel before, but it is just stunning. The writing by Madeline Miller is absolutely beautiful. I've heard the Song of Achilles is great as well, but I love this type of book as a gift. The cover art is stunning and the writing is stunning as well. It's the type of book that you read and you would tab it, you would annotate it and find quotes and pieces that you think are really beautiful. It's not necessarily a book that you would read and just want to pass on to the next person. And while there are books like that, and that's totally okay, you know, books that we read once and we think that was great, we'll move on. This for me is a book that I read and said I never want to give that book away. And I want to buy it for other people. So again, this is the cover. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the Book of the Month edition in particular, but you can find this pretty much anywhere. It is an absolutely stunning story, and I think it would be great to add to a book lover's collection. The second book that I recommend for any adults that you think would cherish a book is this one right here, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is also a Book of the Month edition, but you can find this one anywhere as well. I absolutely love this book. I love it for the same reasons that I love Circe. This is not the type of book that I love to read back to back to back to back. You know, I'm not a literary fiction all the time kind of gal. I like to break apart, you know, what I'm reading. But this is the type of story that it might take you several weeks to read, but you will love every minute of the journey. Same thing with this one. You're going to want to tab and annotate and find quotes that you think are meaningful to you, particular moments in the story. And I just think it's a beautiful addition. You know, the gold on this is stunning. It's one that I would want to have on my shelf or even display. And I think it's just a really meaningful, substantial type book to have on any book lover's shelf. So I recommend this one, as well as Circe, as gifts for adult readers. Next thing I want to recommend, if you're able, I know it's a little more pricey, is a boxed set. So in this case, what I have here is a box set of The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King, which makes up The Lord of the Rings. These covers are beautiful. I love the editions. I think they're really pretty. But the best part for me was this was a gift from a friend. You know, she reached out to me and said, I've got something coming your way in the mail. And I got it, and it was a birthday gift, and it was these, you know. And so I pulled them out of the box set, and it just felt so complete, right? These are a classic. So many people love these books. These are my favorite movies, by the way. But I got these and it felt so special to me. It felt like she really understood what I was interested in, and she found a collectible piece that would be meaningful to have on my shelf. I would say it's best to pick up a box set of a book series that you've already read, or one that you think that person would really enjoy. Maybe they've read the first book from the library and they really liked it, but maybe there's a lot of books in the series, right? I'm thinking about like Throne of Glass, right? A lot of books in the series. Maybe they've read the first one and they say, I really want to keep going, but it's a lot, right? And imagine opening up a box set of that series as a gift. How meaningful that would be, and how cool that would be to say, I've got everything I need right here. This person set me up perfectly and I feel ready to go for my next couple months of reading. I just think that brings me so much joy. That's how I felt getting, this box set in the mail. So I think that's a great gift. So you can find box sets on a lot of retailers, and often they're at a cheaper price than it would be to purchase each book individually. Next thing I would recommend as a gift would be a special edition. So in this case, I have the Divergent special editions for the 10th anniversary right here. I love the new cover art on these. The spines are beautiful as well. You can find special editions from a lot of book boxes. You can find them from different retailers, different covers. Even covers from another country can be really cool to have. But I think a more giftable version of a book is definitely a special edition. I have probably 3 copies of this series in different editions. This one means the most to me. This is from my friend Tori. She sent me the first 3 books in the series in this 10th anniversary edition, again as a birthday gift. And it just meant so much to me for her to know, what books I loved, and also that I would really cherish having this edition on my shelf. I kind of tucked my other ones away for this series, but looking at these editions, I love to have them on my shelf somewhere where they are visible. So I think if you have a book lover in your life who has a specific book that they really like they love, 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 I'm thinking of, Shadow and Bone, or again, Lord of the Rings. Addie LaRue even has a special edition. Just receiving that book and feeling like it's something that's cherishable. It's more than just a $10 book you bought at the bookstore. It really is a collectible. It's really a gift. I think that's a perfect idea for someone that loves a specific fandom or likes collecting a certain type of book. I wanted to give a particular recommendation for a series, not just a type of book, but a series. I think this book is perfect. I think it is like the flawless book. I've read it numerous times, the whole series, audio, physical, the whole thing. It's truly devious. You've heard me talk about this a million times. It's a YA about a murder mystery at a Vermont boarding school. It has all the atmospheric vibes. It is a really quick read, really interesting but cool and believable characters, and I think anyone would love this. Like I said, it's YA mystery. Younger readers would love this, probably middle grade, upper middle grade and up would really, really love this series. You could give this as a box set as well. The 4th one just came out pretty recently, but I think this is a really giftable series, particularly because it's so fast. I feel the same way about Scythe. I should have brought that over here. But it's a series that's fast and you want to read them all back to back to back. And so I think for a series that you've binged, that you love, especially like this one, I think that's a really good gift as well. Next one that I think is a really good gift is this one right here, which is Shadow and Bone. I would say any book that has a TV or movie adaptation coming up, I think a lot of people would love, or an adaptation that maybe people have seen. Maybe they've seen the show Shadow and Bone, or maybe they've seen the movies, The Hunger Games, but they want to get all of it. They want every piece, right? Because there's not enough screen time to fill the whole book. So I would recommend getting a book version of an adaptation that they liked, and see if they want to expand upon that world. Shadow and Bone, I feel like in particular, is a pretty good recommendation. A lot of people love this. It's really popular right now, but it also branches off into a bigger world. So maybe someone has watched Shadow and Bone on TV and they really, really liked it. Well, you've got a trilogy here. You've also got a duology in Six of Crows, and you've got a duology in King of Scars. So I often think that getting the books as gifts opens you up to a whole new world, the whole fandom, the whole shebang. And going off of that, the last thing that I will include is special edition books that are seen as companions to series. So in this case, I have this one right here, which is called The Lives of Saints. It's by Leigh Bardugo. So it fits with the Grishaverse. I'll see if I can do this. As you flip through, you will have different stories that are actually found within Shadow and Bone. So these stories, these saints are referenced within the book, and this book itself, The Lives of Saints, is referenced within the book. This is the book that Alina carries around with her, our main character, throughout her journeys. So I think getting a companion book like this is really cool. They do this with the Cruel Prince series. They do this with the Hazelwood series. So hopefully you guys got some ideas of the types of books that I think are really good for gifts, as well as some specific ideas. I will leave some of those ideas linked down below. Those links are affiliate, so if you choose to shop through my links, I might receive a commission from your purchase. I appreciate it if you shop that way. If you're not comfortable shopping that way, feel free to just Google the name of the book and you will find it pop up in your search bar. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!